Full Adrenaline is a scuba diving school founded in 2007 by its current CEO, Alejandro Barros, a young man with a degree in hospitality and tourism with no previous experience as an entrepreneur. Located in Chile, the company has achieved to position itself as one of the most important diving schools in the country, despite the limitations regarding locations due to the poor conditions of visibility and low water temperature of the coast. In this sense, Full Adrenaline has managed to grow and defy the obstacles not only by positioning itself in strategic locations, but also by making alliances with universities, providing diving lessons for tourism students, and in touristic centers where they offer classes and experiences in pools for children who are not allowed to dive in open water. Full Adrenaline wishes to grow, but in order to do it, the possibilities are outside the current territory. In this sense, a strategy of partnership with companies and touristic places could diminish the risks associated with exporting a business to unknown markets. The company has already started conversations with a Chilean-owned hostel named La Favela in Gili, Indonesia, which is being considered for the explosive growth in the demand for adventure experiences. In this context, Alejandro needs advice to develop this project and be aware of all the considerations that can help him carry out this endeavor successfully. To start, I suggest to analyze which partnership format would be most suitable for this purpose, since on this basis they must plan and coordinate resources. There are three formats that could apply for this case. First, non-equity strategic alliance, in which two or more companies develop a partnership to share some of their unique resources and capabilities to create a competitive advantage. Second, a merger, which is an agreement in which two separately legal entities become one new company. And last and third, a joint venture, in which the two companies create a new venture and share resources and long-term planning. I would structure the alliance under a non-equity strategic alliance scheme because given that the main objective of Full Adrenaline is to establish itself in a new market in order to grow and eventually in the future be able to settle in other locations, they will require to maintain an independent brand. Full Adrenaline needs to be able to install itself leveraged in the capabilities of La Favela, like infrastructure, local business culture, and market knowledge. And in exchange, the potential partner will have the possibility of becoming more attractive for tourists because they will gain a new service to offer. Full Adrenaline must invest in the business to move and buy the necessary equipment. On its side, La Favela can share employee resources, advise on the legal steps to set up the company in Indonesia, and allow the use of the beach space that corresponds to the hostel to carry out the activities. And in exchange, they can earn a fee for each diving session that they are able to book. To decide to proceed with this agreement, it is fundamental to make the comparison between benefits and risks. Among the benefits, I would consider less capital investment requirements, advantage to do businesses in a complex foreigner environment, which entails language barriers, local idiosyncrasies, and knowledge of legislations. And at last, it facilitates market entry and access to customers. Among the risks, I would consider perception that the added value of the alliance for the partner is lower than the one that Full Adrenaline is actually obtaining. And this can happen especially if there is a high reliance in the alliance. Loss of control of the business in Chile. Disappointment of current employees who are not selected to join the team in Indonesia. And last, competitor retaliation. Finally, to execute this agreement, my suggestion is to plan taking these following steps. Agree realistic goals and expectations of each party with a specific deadlines. Define roles and responsibilities of each party and clarity about the governance of the project. Define the specific resources that each party will contribute to the alliance. Set specific objectives that are measurable and develop indicators to measure these objectives. Communicate effectively the plan among teams, and in the case of the Chilean team, make a transparent selection criteria to apply for a role in the new location. And finally, transfer in an effective and planned way the function that Alejandro fulfills in Chile.